see what DHT is. DHT is dihydrotestosterone, which is a secondary sexual hormone. It's not a useless hormone for the body, it's important, but in certain genetically predisposed individual, it causes hair thinning. Hello friends, my name is Dr. Gaurang Krishna. I am a hair transplant surgeon at Medlink, New Delhi. Today we'll be talking about an interesting but a debatable subject. It's finasteride for male pattern hair loss. Now, first of all, I would like to reiterate here is that I don't have any conflict of interest. There is no monetary benefit coming from any manufacturer or seller of this medicine. All the opinion is purely a medical opinion of mine. So here it goes. So finasteride is an FDA approved medicine for male pattern hair loss. The concerns are about the side effects, and that is why this video. First of all, we need to know what is male pattern hair loss. The male pattern hair loss is the normal hair thinning and baldness that happen in men. A small video that I have taken from YouTube to explain what exactly happens because of DHT in male pattern hair loss. So before discussing about finasteride, first we'll see what DHT is. DHT is dihydrotestosterone, which is a secondary sexual hormone. It's not a useless hormone for the body, it's important, but in certain genetically predisposed individual, it causes hair thinning. Let's have a look why it happens. So this is a healthy scalp where the roots are thick and healthy. What grows these roots? What provides nutrition? So there are blood vessels in the hair roots, along the hair roots, through which nutrition flows. The blood carries nutrition, vitamin, minerals, and through the channels it enters the hair follicle, and that's what sustains the hair growth. In genetically predisposed individuals, there are what we call the DHT receptors. Now, this DHT, it binds to the receptor and blocks them. So basically what happens is that the blood flow, the nutrition that was supposed to enter the hair follicle through these conduits, that conduit is blocked. So the blood just passes away and there is nothing going inside. And that is why, because of this DHT, the blocking effect of DHT via the receptors, the hair, they start thinning out. Gradually you lose volume, and then once the roots die, there is baldness. The hair they thin out, the number of hair they reduce, and eventually baldness happens. The main factor in androgenic alopecia is genetics. Genetics which cause DHT sensitivity. But that's not the only factor. There are external factors which accelerate your hair loss, which are stress, scalp diseases like scalp psoriasis or heavy dandruff, improper diet which is low in proteins, low in minerals, high on carbs or dairy, and of course your hard water and smoking and lack of proper healthy lifestyle. So hair loss, particularly male pattern hair loss or androgenic alopecia, is an interplay between genetics, genotype, and external factors, phenotype. So it's a mixture of genotype and phenotype, and then it expresses itself as hair loss. So a person who has a balding tendency but has a good healthy lifestyle would bald at a later age, as compared to a person who has a bad lifestyle who would bald at an earlier age. It's not a hard and fast rule, but that's what generally happens. So genetics cannot be changed. We all know that genes can't be changed. So what we want to hit are the levels of DHT. Now, is it a useless hormone? Not at all. It's a very useful hormone for a male body functioning. So we don't want to just blindly reduce it to 0%, but what we want to reduce it is by 30%. And this is where finasteride comes in. Now we'll discuss the pros and cons of finasteride, and then we'll decide whether it's worth taking this medicine or not. So first of all, the pros. So it is FDA approved. That means it has been proved beyond doubt that it helps in male pattern hair loss. Second, it is quite cheap. The cost in India is 5 rupees a tablet, and the dose is 1 tablet in a day. So it's just 5 rupees in a day. Third, easy to take. Just 1 pill in a day, and people find it more convenient than using a lotion twice a day. So easy to take. And fourth is the main thing. It is effective. What does effective means? That it reduces hair loss, it prevents further hair thinning, and it also thicken up your hair. It will not produce any new hair, so it will not grow hair on an area which is already bald, but it will prevent further loss and enhance the overall volume. Now the cons. The main con is the side effect, and the side effect that we are worried about is sexual weakness. It's a realistic side effect, people do have it and we are concerned about it. But the side effect profile, the side effect risk is less than 3%. Now there are various studies that have been done and which have ranged the side effects from 0.7% to up to 10% also. But by and large, a meta-analysis suggests that the side effect risk would be 2 to 3%. Let's assume 3%. So, which means there are 97% chance that you may not have the side effects, but a 3% chance that you will have the side effects. Even 3% is significant. But the good thing here is that this 3% is reversible. The effect of medicine is there till the time you are taking the medicine. Once the medicine stops, the medicine is flushed out of the system in a week's time, and then the side effects are reversible. Sometimes we are concerned about a new entity called the post-finasteride syndrome. Now, what is post-finasteride syndrome? Post-finasteride syndrome is an entity which means depression, sexual weakness, and lethargy that has persisted in patients who have even stopped using finasteride. So there is a certain group of patients who have reported long-term side effects even after stopping finasteride, but these cases are far low. There are just handful of cases that have been reported, and thus as of now the medical community is not so clear about this particular entity. What we recommend our patients is that you try this medicine for a few days, maybe a month. If you feel there are side effects, there is no debate, you 100% stop the medicine and the side effects will be reversible. However, if you do feel the side effects, then it is not worth taking. We do not want a hair loss treatment to cause side effects on your body. So then we will not take a chance that let's continue with the medicine or see how things go. If you feel the side effects are there, it may be psychological, it may be real, but if you are feeling the side effects, the medicine ideally should be stopped. So the pros really outweigh the cons of this medicine, and that is why I and most of us dermatologists recommend this medicine to people who have male pattern hair loss. You should know the side effects, you should know the pros and cons before you start taking this medicine, but it is worth taking it. Again, I would like to reiterate here that I have no conflict of interest. I don't take any kind of monetary benefit from any pharma industry who makes or sells this particular medicine. It is purely a medical opinion. So guys, if your doctor has suggested you finasteride, don't think of it as a poison. It may be good for you, it may be good for your hair. So give it a thought and follow your doctor's advice. Thanking you. This is Dr. Gaurang Krishna from Medlinks New Delhi. And if you have any further questions or comments, good or bad, please ask us. Please leave your comments in the comment section below and we'll be happy to answer it. If you have any further queries about finasteride, don't hesitate. Just feel free to comment.